Hey, what is going on, guys? I am Attila Gaming here, and welcome to a brand new series. Now, this is going to be me teaching you guys how to make your own ROM hack of Fire Emblem, and it's not that hard to do, being 100% honest, but this series isn't going to be like portrait editing, stuff like that, you know, the basic stuff. This is going to be some useful tips and tricks that are a lot more easier than they seem if you don't know how to do what it is you plan on doing. And I'm going to be honest, when I first started ROM hacking and I didn't know how to do this stuff, it was really frustrating. So I'm actually going to help you guys out in the future, or in the present, by teaching you all how to do this. So really quickly, I'm going to go ahead and make a copy of this. Just my Fire Emblem ROM I always use. And I'm going to go ahead and teach you a thing or two about Fire Emblem ROM hacking. Let's see. That's not something important. That's not important. Okay. So today I'm going to be teaching you all how to edit. What's it called? Fucking weapon icons. I don't have the weapon icons sets for FE6. You could probably find it somewhere online. But anyways, all you really need is GBA graphics editor, which I'm probably going to link in the description below, and a program called Usenti. U-S-E-N-T-I. Where is it? Fuck, I'm stupid. Okay. Projects. All you got. First step is to find the ROM you're planning on editing. And guys, if you do plan on making a ROM hack, make sure you use folders. This is one of the most helpful tricks. Use as many folders as you can to get as in-depth as possible. Make sure you specify everything as much as possible. Now, if you don't know what this is, then I'm going to go ahead and break this down really quickly for you. Sorry, somebody's... So I'm going to go ahead and break this down really quickly. Here's the image in the game. Here's the offset we are currently at. Compressed or not compressed, that's what it looks like. If it's compressed, this is what it looks like. And everything you see in Fire Emblem, any Fire Emblem game is compressed. Now, you always want to have the image and palette control up for these reasons. Then this is going to make a lot more sense once we get into editing. Fuck. I'm stupid. Once we get into actually editing the weapon icons. Now, since we're editing FE7, we have to find the weapon icon graphics pointer. And everything in the GBA graphics editor has a pointer to something else. Or has a pointer, pretty much. An offset where you can find it at. Now, for those of you who don't know a lot about hex editing, I'd look into that before you do this so it makes a little bit more sense. And I'm not going to be the best at describing this. I'm not really a teacher when it comes to this stuff. But here you can see this doesn't look like how the weapon icons look in the game. And that's because we haven't inserted the palette yet. Which is why, if we insert the palette into the ROM palette offset, and then press enter, that's how they look in-game. If you want to change the width to 2, you can tell what everything is. I'm used to working at 32 by 32, and that's what pretty much every graphic I use, that's what it's at. And once you get it done, all you gotta do is, why did I press Control S? This button that says Save as Bitmap. Weapon, and... Okay, let's do that. Now, one of the other programs you're going to be needing for this tutorial is Usenti. U-S-E-N-T-I. I will be linking it in the description below. And Usenti is pretty much a paint program, except it keeps track of the palette, which is over here. And palettes are really important when it comes to Fire Emblem ROM hacking. Where is this? Projects. The tutorial ROM hack and the weapon icons. Okay. Now, how do we edit these? Normally what I try to do is I try to get an idea of what I want to replace every weapon with, and I will get it made elsewhere using the same palette as this. So here's where I keep, hold up, I'm going to go ahead and show you this handy trick. Here is where I have every weapon icon I have made or have been given personal permission to use in a ROM hack. Right here are Grey Wolfo's, is Grey Wolfo's design, not mine. I don't take credit for that. Shout out to Grey Wolfo's for actually making those for me for free. I actually did try to pay him just because, you know, I didn't feel like it was deserved for me not, you know, paying for something, especially that quality. Amazing sprite work by him. So shout out to that dude. He's actually a really good person. He's really chill. I've had the honor of talking to him over chat a couple times, and yeah, talked to him over text and it was. Now, weapon icons. So, let's go ahead and change the blades. Whoops. Let's go ahead and change the blades to katanas, like in my ROM hack. Fuck, which ROM hack is it? The Burning Blade. Okay, now. I actually do try to keep, Grey Wolfo's, or any sprite I didn't make but was given permission to use. I try to keep them a different palette color, so I remember I keep it written down, or I keep it written down in another notepad where who made it based on the color. So I actually do prefer keeping that black. So sorry about that, I guess. Now, once you get your icon moved, switch that to opaque, and I should probably turn that on. But there, now we've replaced the blades with the weapon icons for the katanas. Let's save our ROM and press this button, import a bitmap. One button you're always gonna need to press is don't import the palette. Then open that up. It may take longer depending on your computer. My computer is really fast. It has a really nice processor. Boom, you can tell right here the weapon icons have changed. So, let's go ahead and save our game. Something I always like doing is, sorry about that, is grabbing the Fire Emblem 7 Nightmare modules, opening up the, putting those in there. Then, really quickly, we're going to open up the modules for Chapter Unit Editor because I didn't fucking plan ahead like I should have. Iron Blade, Vulnerary, and Vulnerary. Let's see. Just so you know, it works for every weapon as long as it's correct and the palette or correct palette is used. Now let's save it. Close out of that. Now, Nightmare, I'm going to be explaining in another tutorial. Don't worry about that. Okay, now, let's skip all this just so I can show you that I'm not a madman. If we scroll over, the Iron Blade, Steel Blade, and Silver Blade are replaced with katana animations. However, they still weigh exactly what the Iron Blade, Steel Blade, and Silver Blade weigh. And she can't even hold these things. They are so fucking heavy. She actually gets, like, taken down. She's finna get doubled by this homeboy. Oh, look. And you're gonna have to change that your own way. I have my own personal preferences for what I like my katanas to be, and you might not be using katanas. You might be using your own weapon that you're gonna have to completely design, which I will probably explain in another video, but that's pretty much all that there is to know about weapon icon editing. Now, I'm sorry this was a sort of bad tutorial. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't have everything in the right place that I thought I had it in. I'll have that fixed in other videos. But aside from that, I will see you guys next time I do a tutorial.